Hey everybody, Joe Joseph here for thedailysheeple.com, and this is your news shot, The Intercept. Of course, we know Glenn Greenwald over The Intercept. His colleagues came out with a transcript of a phone call President Trump made to Rodrigo Duterte, the president of the Philippines, and it's really chilling. I got to tell you, I'm not one to tell you I told you so. All you Trumpsters out there that were on the Trump Express and, ditched the idea of what, liberty means. All I can say is, damn, this guy's really showing his true colors, and in a big way too. And doing so thinking that these phone calls, these meetings, all of that stuff, you weren't supposed to hear. You weren't supposed to know, right? But now it's come to light. And most of the time, this kind of stuff does come to light because deep down inside, a lot of people in civil service, especially when you get up into the special employment service or you become an appointment, I think that these people are troubled souls. And they're troubled souls because, on the one hand, I think that they really want to do the right thing in their hearts. Most of them. Not all of them. It's really a small minority that goes off the deep end and tries to control everybody and everything and things like that. Much like, the powers that shouldn't be, the Illuminati. It's a very small minority, just like Islamic extremists out there. It's a small minority of people, comparatively speaking, to all the Muslims in the world. Okay, so you're not talking about a lot of people within the government. So on the one hand, they're like, okay, well, this is my job. This is my job. And so this is how I provide for my family. And this is how my career, my career is dependent upon me doing a good job and making sure that my boss is happy with me, so I get good evaluation so that when I do move on to the next point in my career that, hey, maybe I have a place to go, or maybe I can have continued success, or maybe more success. And on the other hand, they have this conscience that's telling him, oh, yeah, that's the wrong thing to do or say, or they may overhear something, and they feel compelled to put it out there because, even though they're sitting on the fence in a lot of regards, at the same time, I think they feel a duty to get this information out to the people because stuff like this is what the people should know. People should know where this president stands, like any other president, on a whole host of issues. And this guy has been wishy-washy. He's told you everything you want to hear. And behind the scenes, he's saying everything that we were afraid of, that we knew was going to come with this guy. He's a New York sneaky snake. Let's get this out on the table, okay? You can say all you want about President Trump. You can say that he's the best intentioned guy in the world, but you have to understand where he comes from. You have to understand the culture that he comes from, and you have to understand that movers and shakers in New York are different than any other place in the world. It's a very unique environment, and this is where he came from. I'm very familiar with it, and I can tell you he's a sneaky snake. And it's evident in this phone call because, according to this, he congratulated the Filipino president on his murderous drug war, saying, "You're doing an amazing job." That's right. Listen to this, because I think this is beyond huge. It gives you insight into this. Everybody's like, oh, this Trump, he's going to revolutionize. He's going to make America great again. No, he's not. He's bringing back the drug war. You got Jeff Sessions now that's reinstituted mandatory minimum sentences. And that's exactly what Rodrigo Duterte is doing in the Philippines. Only he's doing it, fascist dictator style. Okay, so he's now declared martial law in the Philippines, and they've killed, I think, over 7,000 people, executed many of them. He has death squads that aren't even part of the government. They're gangs that go out and do his bidding. That's what's going on in the Philippines. But he's doing a great job. Listen to this. In a phone call from the White House last month, U.S. President Donald Trump, he praised on the Filipino president, one of the world's most murderous heads of state, for doing what Trump called an unbelievable job in his war on drugs. Trump offered an unqualified endorsement of Duterte's bloody extermination campaign against suspected drug dealers and users, which had included open calls for extrajudicial murders and promises of pardons and immunity for killers. Listen to this. Trump said, "You're a good man. Keep up the good work. You're doing an amazing job." Trump also began the call by telling him, "You don't sleep much. You're like me," before quickly pivoting to the strongman's drug war. He continued, he says, "I just want to congratulate you because I'm hearing of the unbelievable job on the drug problem. Many countries have the problem. We have a problem. But what a great job you're doing, and I just want to call and tell you that." Yeah. So, like, you know, execution of people without due process. That's a great job, President Trump. You're right. He's doing the great thing. He's doing a wonderful thing. Let's just kill all these users of drugs, you know, and give them absolutely no say in what they want to do with their body or anything else. But I digress. Listen to this. Since Duterte took office in June, Philippine National Police and vigilante death squads have embarked on a campaign to slaughter drug users as well as drug dealers. Quote, Hitler massacred 3 million Jews. Now there's 3 million drug addicts. I'd happy to slaughter them. He said that in September. I mean, this is what he told a group of jobless Filipinos that they should kill all the drug addicts. Police in the Philippines have killed over 7,000, devastated poor areas of Manila and other cities, and used the drug war as a pretext to murder government officials and community leaders. I mean, this is the guy that's doing a great job, according to President Trump. This is the kind of stuff that Trump endorses when you talk about combating addiction, which is the exact wrong way to do it. Because what does history show? History shows that prohibition doesn't work. And if just taking it away from people isn't going to work, if killing over 10,000 people, as our government did, the U.S. government did with the federal poisoning program during Prohibition in the 1920s, if that didn't deter people from drinking, then what makes anybody think that you're going to just totally wipe out drug addicts and drug dealers by killing them? All you're doing, people are just going to slip right in and pick up where they left off. Only you're creating a more lucrative market for the criminal element because now there's more risk. And if there's more risk, they can charge more and they'll make more money. And it has the exact opposite effect of what you're actually trying to accomplish. Now, if you wanted to do something that was actually beneficial, then you would put money into education and you would teach people cause and effect. If you take this, then this happens. You know, if you take this, you're going to become hooked. Be advised, withdraw. You will get withdrawal symptoms and they will be miserable. In some cases, it can kill you. Teach people the fact that, you know, if you have an overdose or if you have a family member or a friend that overdoses, this is what you do. Much like CPR or the Heimlich maneuver. We teach our family members, our friends, our coworkers that, right? We teach them CPR, don't we? Life-saving measures. Why can't we teach people how to respond to drug overdoses or perhaps side effects from them? All I'm saying is we are approaching the drug war the exact wrong way, and our president just endorsed a murderous campaign to, quote, wipe out drug addicts and drug dealers, when really it's the most counterproductive thing you can do. it certainly flies in the face of everything this country stands for. And I hope it's a wake-up call to all you people out there that we're so fast to jump on that Trump train, because this is just the tip of the iceberg. Just you wait. Just you wait. I'm Joe Joseph. This was thedailysheeple.com's news shop. Feel free to comment below and visit our website at thedailysheeple.com. Have a great day, everybody.